Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Monday, December 9th, 2019. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Steven DiMartino. Well, we have a cold front that is slowly going to reach our region, and with that, periods of rain can be expected on through tomorrow, and then a little bit of snow. Now, look, this isn't going to be a significant snow event, but I want you to keep an eye on this snowfall for Wednesday morning, because it's going to create some slick and some icy roadways in the morning and the evening rush hour on Wednesday. So I'll explain about that in a moment. Temperatures this morning range from the upper 30s to lower 40s over the northern interior. Temperatures are above freezing, which means we have no threat for ice, which is excellent. Over the suburbs, mid 30s to mid 40s, and along the coast, upper 40s to lower 50s as that warm air streams in. Around Atlantic City, it's already in the mid 50s. Now, this is all due to waves of low pressure and a lot of warm, moist air coming up from the Gulf of Mexico right into our neck of the woods. This cold front will be the one to watch by the time we get to Tuesday night, tomorrow night, into Wednesday morning. As that cold front moves through, temperatures are going to crash, and with that, the rain will gradually change over to snow, first over the northwestern interior, talking about the Poconos, Catskills, those locations, and then it's worked its way down towards the coast. But as it does so will dry air. So that is a factor when you consider snowfall accumulations. So on our satellite picture, you can see plenty of lifting. We got a lot of blues and greens here. Not much in the way of yellow showing up just yet. So that means we have some pretty moderate lifting, with what we call isotropic, and that's supporting our waves of rainfall. We'll get one wave move through this morning, a little bit of a break, and then steadier rain this afternoon on through tomorrow morning, then a little bit of a break, and then we see another wave for tomorrow afternoon on through Wednesday morning, and that's the wave where we'll see that transition. So let's dive into this forecast for today. Periods of rain, highs in the mid-50s. It's just going to be ugly out there. Definitely have an umbrella. For tonight, waves of rain are continuing. Temperatures really don't move all that much. Mid-50s, basically, that's pretty much it. For tomorrow morning, that continues. Tomorrow afternoon, this is where things get interesting. Ahead of the cold front, temperatures warm up into the mid-50s to even a few lower 60s as you get down towards, let's say, the Philadelphia metro and Atlantic City, Wildwood, Cape May, those locations. The cold front moves through, winds shift, and then temperatures start to fall at a steady pace tomorrow afternoon and evening. Now remember, we're in the 50s and 60s, so we have to get through that, the 40s, and then finally enter the 30s by the time we get to late in the evening. So up to that point, we are still all rain for the entire region. By the time you get to, let's say, around 8 p.m., you'll start to see the transition of rain to snow over your higher elevations and then creep its way down towards the coast by the time you get to Wednesday morning. Now, your temperatures are cooling. So as your temperatures are cooling, that means that that snow that's in the air is going to have a hard time at first accumulating, especially on any type of treated surface or pavement. So initially, probably about half of the snow that you're seeing on those snow maps floating around is not going to accumulate on the roadways. Where you have your best chance for snow accumulations, your higher elevations, above 700 feet, because that's where they will reach freezing first. Freezing will not be available as a temperature for the coastal plain until basically after the precipitation leaves, which is about noon. So your best chance for snow accumulation along the coast, I mean basically the New York City and Philadelphia metro, would essentially be on cold surfaces in the grass, especially if you have treated surfaces like your main roads. Some side streets, you might want to keep an eye on some of those slick conditions and maybe a little bit of a light accumulation on there. But also, this is pretty fast moving. It transitions around 7 p.m. over the far northern interior. Doesn't do that until we get to Wednesday morning, and it is completely out of the region completely by noon. So you see, you don't have a lot of time to have a snow accumulation threat here. So overall, my thinking right now, I'll have a public map out by the time we get to this evening, just to cover some of the concerns, especially with everyone driving around this time of year. You definitely want to keep an eye out for slick and icy roadways. But overall, I'm looking at pretty much a dusting, maybe 2 inches on the coastal plain, maybe 1 to 3 inches for your higher elevations. This isn't a significant event. There is some mesoscale guidance that would suggest maybe getting up to 4 or 5 inches, but that is going to be very, very isolated and more likely as you head up towards southern New England. So we'll keep an eye on it. Again, temperatures are going to be falling throughout the day on Wednesday through the 30s. By Thursday, it is cold. We're talking about lows in the upper teens to lower 20s, highs in the upper 20s to lower 30s. But good news with high pressure passing over, not much in the way of wind. On Friday, high pressure starts to leave, and this is also great news. Remember last week I was rather concerned about next weekend with the threat for ice. But now with this high pressure system leaving, that means we have 48 hours to warm up the environment, which is outstanding because no one likes to deal with ice. Look for temperatures on Friday to range from the upper teens to lower 20s for lows, mid to upper 20s on the coast. Look for highs in the lower to mid 40s. Again, above freezing. Outstanding. On Saturday, look for rain to invade in the afternoon, heavy at times. Lows in the lower to mid 40s, highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s over the interior, mid 50s along the coast. On Sunday, the storm leaves with rain in the morning, clearing out for the afternoon, lows in the upper 30s to lower 40s, highs in the lower to mid 50s. And on Monday, a weak trough moves through with an isolated shower or two. Look for lows in the upper 20s to lower 30s, highs in the upper 30s to lower 40s. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Steven DiMartino, and as always, stay safe out there.